Cricketing Affairs of the Country and Lodha Committee. Cricket administration and management is set for a major overhaul after the Justice Lodha panel laid out proposals which could have a far-reaching impact on the cricket sport in India. Cricket, as we know, is a passion of the nation. It is one game which the entire nation adores, and no other game caught the fancy of the youth and the old people of this country. Our cricketers are hero worshipped and have a huge fan following as much as our film heroes, if not more. Overnight, they become brand ambassadors and models for many customer products. In the process, they have become millionaires overnight. However, in the last decade, cricket game players and the associations have got into many unfortunate incidents and scandals like illegal batting, match fixing, monopolizing the association, mismanagement of funds, inappropriate influences in the selection procedures, lack of transparency in control and management of funds, conflict of interest of office bearers, unethical behavior of players and the managements. All these have plagued this national game, bringing a huge public disgrace and outcry. As a result, many PILs were filed and the court battles have ensued that involved many cricket players and management officials. The matter reached the Supreme Court, and finally Lodha Committee was formed in January 2015 by the Supreme Court. It was after the Mudugal Committee, which was appointed as an investigator in the IPL 2013 scandal, and it submitted its report also. This committee comprised of retired Chief Justice of India, that is R.M. Lodha, and a retired Supreme Court Judge Ashok Bhan and R. Ravindran. The committee was assigned three main tasks to perform. One was to suggest amendments to the processes followed by the BCCI with a view to preventing sporting frauds and conflict of interest, and also streamline the board's working to make it more responsive to the expectations of the public at large. Second was to determine appropriate punishments for Gurunath, Kundra and other respective franchisees, Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals, following from the Mudugal Committee report. Number 3 was to examine the role of Sundar Raman, the IPL Chief Operating Officer, in the IPL 2013 scandal, and, if applicable, impose a suitable punishment on him on behalf of the BCCI. While appointing the Lodha panel, the Supreme Court brief said the order passed by the committee shall be final and will be binding upon the BCCI and the parties concerned. Now, the Justice Lodha Committee submitted its report in January 2016. Now let us see the key recommendations in brief. Number 1 was the membership under one state, one vote. That is, only associations representing states have a voting right as full BCCI members. That is 30 votes. Any other existing members, services, railways, Cricket Club of India, even Vidarbha Committee would only be associate members. As regards zones, the traditional form of zonal divisions would not be relevant for nomination to governance in BCCI or any standing committee. That means zones will exist for events conducted amongst them. Number 3, as regards state associations, full members will restrict tenures of the office bearers and do away with the proxy voting and be open to scrutiny and audit by the BCCI. As regards conflict of interest, as regards limited tenures, the terms of office bearers will be 3 years, with 3 maximum terms regardless of the post and with cooling off period after each term. Now, as regards conflict of interest, norms are set for ensuring no direct or indirect, tractable or otherwise conflict in functions of the BCCI and IPL franchise. An ethics officer will mediate over the conflict of interest interpretations. Number 6 was regarding the ombudsman and electoral officer. An independent ombudsman will resolve grievances as per the procedures laid down. An independent electoral officer will oversee the electoral process. The number 7 was coming under RTI. The board will, since the BCCI discharges public functions under the India name, it should come under the RTI Act for greater transparency. All rules and regulations, norms, details of meetings, expenditures, balance sheets, reports and orders of the authorities are to be uploaded in the website as well. As regards legalizing betting, under an inbuilt mechanism and via licensed betting houses, but keeping out all BCCI shareholders, the legalized betting will take place. Disclose assets. Further, it will disclose assets to verify their non-involvement. The committee also proposed to criminalize match fixing. The next one was on the selection committee. The men's selection committee will now comprise only 3 former test cricketers. Earlier, it needed to have 5 retired, and these cricketers should have retired 5 years previously. The senior most player shall be appointed as the chairperson. The next important recommendation was that the governance separated from management. The 14-member working committee is replaced by a 9-member Apex Council, that is with 1/3 independent members, and it will comprise BCCI office bearers, an elected representative of the general body, 2 representatives of the Players Association with 1 man and 1 woman, and 1 nominee from the Controller Auditor General Office, and CEO will handle non-cricketing affairs. As regards accountability, independent auditor will verify how the full members have expended the BCCI grants, and it will record their targets and milestones, and they have to submit a separate compliance report in this regard. To conclude, most of the recommendations of the Lodha panel have been good. It has received support from diverse cross-section of the society. But one pertaining to advertisements seem to have found limited takers. BCCI officials reacted strongly to it and said that if the income of the board was affected, then the expenditure will also have to be reduced. For example, the pension scheme of former cricketers will have to be scrapped. The Lodha committee has recommended airing of the advertisements only during drinks, lunch and tea intervals. If this is implemented, the board will then make only 300 crore rupees from the IPL. This will consequently reduce the income of the IPL teams too. The Indian board makes 20 crore rupees for every IPL match, and with 60 matches to be played every season, the BCCI stands to gain 1,200 crore rupees from the IPL annually. Cut out that last sentence, the Indian board makes 20 crores and all that.